Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going back in time to explore the life of Henry Austin Carringer,
Oh, yeah.
a man who lived through some really fascinating periods of American history.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a genealogical sketch,
Okay.
which is kind of like a family tree, but with like way more details and census records and even some old newspaper clippings
Wow.
to help us piece together his story.
So cool.
It's going to be like our own little historical detective work.
I love that. And it's amazing what we can learn from all these different sources, like
Right.
census records, they give us the bare bones, where he
Right.
lived, his occupation, family size.
Right.
But then you add in things like personal letters and newspaper articles, and suddenly you
Yeah.
get a much richer picture of his life.
Yeah. It's not just about knowing when he lived, but like understanding how he lived, right?
Absolutely.
The challenges was that like a family thing? Was it a German naming custom? We
Those-
may never know for sure,
Right.
but it definitely piques the curiosity.
For sure. It's those little details
Yeah.
that make history come alive.
Yeah.
They remind us that we're dealing with real people, right?
Yeah.
Individuals who made decisions, some seemingly insignificant, others life-altering. And those decisions often reflected the larger trends and events of their time.
Absolutely. And speaking of trends, the Carringer family was definitely part of a major one.
Okay.
Westward expansion.
Yeah.
We see them moving from Pennsylvania to Iowa,
Wow.
then Colorado, and finally landing in California in the late 1800s. Imagine what that journey must have been like.
Oh my God. Yeah, think about it.
Yeah.
Covered wagons, harsh conditions,
Oh,
the
yeah.
constant uncertainty of the frontier.
Yeah.
But amidst all that,
Yeah.
there was this incredible sense of possibility,
Right.
the allure of new lands and new beginnings.
Yeah.
For many families like the Carringers, it was a chance to reinvent themselves, to seek out a better life.
And for Austin, that better life led him to San Diego in the 1880s.
Okay.
Now, picture this.
Mm-hmm.
San Diego back then wasn't the bustling city we know today.
Right.
It was a frontier town,
Yeah.
still finding its footing.
Right.
He worked as a carpenter
Okay.
and even spent some time at the lumber mills in National City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Those lumber mills, they were the backbone of early San Diego's growth.
Yeah.
Lumber was essential for building homes,
Right.
businesses infrastructure.
Yeah.
It was tough, demanding work, often dangerous.
Yeah.
And the mills themselves were a microcosm of the changing American workforce.
Oh, wow.
You had skilled craftsmen like Austin
Right.
working alongside recent immigrants,
Yeah.
all trying to make a living in this new and rapidly evolving environment.
Wow. That puts things into perspective.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about building a house. It was about contributing to the foundation of a growing city.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just a job. It was a reflection of the changing social and economic dynamics of the time.
Exactly. And speaking of dynamics, Austin was also an active member of the National City Fire Department. Now, this wasn't a paid position back then.
Oh, right.
It was all volunteer-based, a true testament to the spirit of community and self-reliance that was so prevalent in those frontier towns.
It's amazing how people back then had to wear so many hats.
Right.
Carpenter, firefighter, community builder really shows how much people relied on each other.
Yeah,
And the importance of contributing to the common good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And just when you think you've got Austin pegged as this hardworking, community-minded carpenter,
Right.
we uncover another layer to his personality, a layer that's a bit more,
Theatrical. Tell me more. This sounds intriguing.
well, it turns out
Yeah.
Austin and his future wife, Della Smith, were actors.
What?
They were part of an amateur theatrical troupe in Kansas before they headed out west. Their scrapbook mentions plays like Lady Audley's Secret and The Dairyman's Daughter.
Right.
They even performed in one called My Neighbor's Wife, which, well,
Okay, that's not what I expected from a carpenter and millwright.
yeah.
Speaking of millwright,
Oh, yeah.
I have to admit, I'm not entirely sure what that entails.
Okay, sure.
Is it like a specific type of carpentry?
You're right to ask.
Okay.
A millwright is kind of like a specialized carpenter, but they focus on machinery.
Oh, okay.
Think of them as the engineers of the pre-industrial era.
Okay.
They built and maintained the machinery in mills and factories.
Okay.
Water wheels, gears, all those intricate moving parts.
Oh, okay.
So Austin wasn't just skilled with wood. He understood how things worked, how to put them together and keep them running.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So we got a carpenter, millwright, actor, and volunteer firefighter. This guy was a true Renaissance man.
He was.
And to think he was still in his early 20s at this point.
I know.
What happened next?
Well, their lives took a turn, a tragic one, after they moved to San Diego and started their family.
Oh.
Their first son, De Vere, was born in 1889,
Okay.
but sadly he died just a year later.
Oh, no. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the pain they must have gone through.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about how they coped with such a devastating loss?
We do have some family letters from that time,
Okay.
and they offer a glimpse into how people grappled with grief and loss back then.
Right.
Many of the letters express the belief that De Vere was cleansed, saved, perfected by grace, now at home in heaven.
Wow.
This was a common way of comforting the bereaved, framing death as part of God's plan.
Right.
However, it seems this perspective didn't resonate with Austin.
Oh, really?
The genealogical sketch indicates that he renounced his Christian faith after De Vere's death.
That's so understandable.
Yeah.
When you experience such a profound loss, it can shake the very foundations of your beliefs.
Absolutely.
You start questioning everything you thought you knew about life, death, and faith.
Exactly. And this is where history becomes so personal,
Yeah.
so relatable.
Mm-hmm.
We see how individuals, even centuries ago, wrestled with the same existential questions we face today.
Yeah.
The meaning of life, the nature of suffering, and the search for truth in the face of unimaginable loss.
It's a reminder that even though times change, the human experience remains remarkably consistent.
Right.
We all grapple with loss, love, joy, sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's those universal emotions that connect us most powerfully to the past.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But amidst this hardship, Austin and Della pressed on, determined to build a life together.
Okay.
And in 1897, Austin being the skilled carpenter, he was built their family home in San Diego.
Wow.
We even have the land purchase record.
Oh, wow.
It cost them a mere $450 for the land.
Wait, $450 for land in San Diego? I can't even fathom finding a parking spot for that price today.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the building permit mentions a construction cost of $600.
Wow.
So for just over $1,000, they had a house.
Well,
It really puts the economic realities of that era into perspective.
it also speaks volumes about the value of skilled trades back then.
Yeah.
Austin's carpentry skills literally built the foundation for his family's future.
And it wasn't just about building a house. It was about creating a home, a sanctuary.
Right.
We know from later records that they planted fruit trees and a vegetable garden, transforming their property into a self-sufficient oasis.
Wow.
Della even designed some of their furniture.
Wow.
It's clear they were creating a life filled with purpose and beauty, even in the face of past tragedies.
That's so heartwarming.
Yeah.
It sounds like they found solace and strength in creating a home together, nurturing both their family and their connection to the land.
Yeah.
But their story doesn't end there, does it?
No, it doesn't.
I have a feeling there's more to uncover.
You're absolutely right. And what comes next is perhaps the most surprising twist in Austin's already fascinating life.
Oh.
Remember, we're talking about a man who was a carpenter,
Right.
a millwright,
Mm-hmm.
an actor,
Right.
a firefighter.
Yeah. But in 1917, at the age of 53, he made a dramatic career shift. He became an aviation mechanic at Rockwell Field.
Hold on. From carpentry to airplanes, that's a leap.
It is.
What on earth prompted that change?
Well, remember the context. 1917 was a pivotal year.
Yeah.
The U.S. had just entered World War I,
Right.
and aviation technology was rapidly advancing.
Yeah.
Suddenly, skilled mechanics were in high demand,
Mm-hmm.
especially at places like Rockwell Field, which was one of the earliest military airfields in the country.
Wow.
And it just so happened that Austin's skills as a millwright, his understanding of machinery, and his knack for problem solving were a perfect fit for this new and exciting industry.
Wow. So we went from building houses to working on airplanes.
He did.
That's incredible. It makes you wonder what he thought about it all.
Yeah.
Did he embrace this new technology with open arms, or was he hesitant to leave his carpentry behind?
It's a question that sparks the imagination, doesn't it?
To think of this seasoned carpenter, someone who had honed his skills over decades, suddenly immersed in the world of biplanes and engines.
Yeah.
It speaks volumes about his adaptability,
Right.
his willingness to embrace new challenges, even in middle age.
It also says a lot about the era itself.
Yeah.
This was a time of immense technological change,
Right.
a time when the world was transforming at a breakneck pace.
Mm-hmm.
And Austin wasn't just witnessing these changes. He was an active participant, shaping the future with his own two hands.
Exactly. It's a reminder that history isn't just about big events and famous figures.
Right.
It's also about the everyday people who lived through those times, who adapted, who innovated, who helped shape the world we live in today.
I'm already so captivated by Austin's story.
Me too.
And I have a feeling we're just scratching the surface.
You're right about that. There's so much more to uncover, so many more layers to his personality and his life. So let's dive back in, shall we?
Let's do it. Okay, so we left off with Austin making this incredible leap from carpentry to aviation mechanics. It's in 1917, Rockwell Field is buzzing with activity, and our seasoned carpenter is now working on these cutting-edge flying machines. It's such a vivid image. Can you paint a picture for us? What was Rockwell Field like back then?
Imagine a landscape that's almost unrecognizable compared to today's North Island Naval Air Station Rockwell Field, was still very much in its infancy with dirt runways and simple hangars housing those early biplanes. The atmosphere must have been electric. Think about it. This was the dawn of aviation, a time when flight was still a novelty, a daring adventure. And here's Austin, amidst all the excitement, applying his skills to these wondrous contraptions.
I bet his carpentry background came in handy. Weren't those early planes made mostly of wood and fabric?
You're exactly right. Those early aircraft relied heavily on traditional craftsmanship. Austin's experience with wood, his understanding of joinery and structural integrity would have been invaluable in building and repairing those delicate wings and fuselages. It's fascinating to think how his years of working with wood shaping and fitting it translated into this new world of flight.
It's like he was bridging the gap between old-world craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology. It really speaks to the ingenuity and adaptability of people like Austin. They weren't afraid to take their existing skills and apply them to something completely new and uncharted.
And that's a hallmark of American innovation, isn't it? This willingness to experiment, to push boundaries, to blend tradition with progress. Austin's story embodies that spirit perfectly.
It also makes me think about the rapid pace of change during that era. In just a few decades, they went from horse-drawn carriages to automobiles to airplanes. It must have felt like the world was changing right before their eyes.
Yeah.
Did they ever express any awe or wonder about these advancements?
We don't have any direct quotes from them about their feelings on technological progress, but we can glean insights from their actions. Their willingness to embrace new careers, their investments in real estate, even their move to California in the first place, all suggest a forward-thinking mindset and openness to change opportunity.
Speaking of real estate, you mentioned earlier that they bought and sold properties throughout their time in San Diego. Let's dig into that a little. It seems like they had a knack for it.
They did. Their real estate ventures provide a fascinating glimpse into their financial aspirations and their understanding of the growing San Diego market. Remember those land records we discussed earlier? They show a pattern of strategic investments buying and selling properties at opportune times. For example, in 1917, right around the time Austin started working at Rockwell Field, they purchased several lots in San Diego, expanding their real estate portfolio.
So they were thinking ahead, capitalizing on the city's growth, and using their resources to build wealth. It sounds like they had a real entrepreneurial spirit. Were they primarily interested in flipping properties for a quick profit, or were they more focused on long-term investments?
It appears to have been a combination of both. They certainly made some shrewd moves, buying low and selling high. But they also held on to certain properties, like their family home, indicating a belief in the long-term value of San Diego real estate.
It's impressive how they were able to navigate the complexities of the market and make such savvy financial decisions. And then in 1925, they took on a major project. They built a 2-story apartment house on their property. That's a huge undertaking. What prompted that decision?
It seems to have been a strategic move to create a passive income stream, a way to diversify their financial portfolio. Building an apartment house during the booming 1920s was a common way for families to increase their wealth and secure their future.
It also speaks to their ambition, their willingness to take risks and invest in their dreams. I can just imagine them overseeing the construction, making decisions about the design and layout, picturing the families who would one day call their apartment building home.
And remember, this was a time when people were much more hands-on with their investments. It's likely they managed the building themselves, collecting rent, handling maintenance, perhaps even forming relationships with their tenants. It was a different era, one where personal involvement was key to success.
It adds another layer of complexity to their story, doesn't it? We see them not just as savvy investors, but as active participants in their community, shaping the landscape and providing housing for others. It's a reminder that history is made up of countless individual stories, each one interconnected and contributing to the larger narrative.
You put it perfectly. And speaking of interconnected stories, there's one aspect of Austin's life that we haven't touched on yet. His relationship with his wife, Della.
Oh yes, Della. We know they were actors together, that they built a home and a life together. But what was their relationship truly like? What kind of woman was Della?
We know from the newspaper article celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary that Della was a woman of strength, grace, and creativity. She's quoted as saying that she and Austin worked hard as partners and tried always to be kind and helpful to others. She even mentions that she designed some of their furniture showcasing her artistic talents.
I love that. It's a glimpse into their shared values, their commitment to each other and their community. It sounds like they had a truly loving and supportive partnership.
Absolutely. And remember that quote from Della about their philosophy of life? She said, "We are of the opinion that this is the best religion to make a happy and successful life."
Such a powerful statement. It speaks volumes about their character, their belief in hard work, kindness, and making a positive impact on the world. It's a timeless message that resonates even today.
And it's a reminder that even amidst the challenges and uncertainties of life, even in the face of personal tragedy, people find ways to create meaning, to build strong relationships, and to leave a legacy of love and compassion.
Their story is truly inspiring. It's a testament to the power of resilience, the importance of human connection, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. But their journey isn't over yet, is it? There are still some unanswered questions, some mysteries to unravel.
You're right. We've explored Austin's various careers, his real estate ventures, his relationship with Della. But there are still some intriguing details that deserve a closer look. Remember that initial mystery we talked about? Why did Henry Austin always go by his middle name? Let's see if we can shed some light on that.
All right, let's get back to that name mystery. It's one of those little details that just makes you want to dig deeper.
Yeah.
Why did Henry Austin Carringer always go by Austin? What's the story there?
It's a question that has puzzled historians and genealogists alike, while we may never know for sure. We can explore some possibilities based on what we've learned about his family and the time period.
Okay, lay it on me. What are the leading theories?
One possibility is that it was simply a family tradition.
Okay.
Perhaps there was another Henry in the family.
Right.
And going by his middle name was a way to avoid confusion.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like when you have two cousins named John.
Right.
So you call one Jonathan or Johnny to keep things straight.
Exactly.
It's practical and helps preserve everyone's individuality within the family.
Right, and remember, the Carringers had German ancestry.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's worth considering whether German naming customs might have played a role.
Okay.
In some German traditions, the middle name was considered more significant than the first name.
Oh.
Sometimes even used as the primary name for everyday purposes.
Oh, that's fascinating. So using his middle name might have been a way of honoring his heritage, a subtle nod to his family's roots.
It's a compelling theory. And of course, there's always the possibility that it was a personal preference.
Right.
Maybe Henry Austin simply preferred the sound of Austin better than Henry.
Yeah.
It's shorter, more distinctive, perhaps even more modern sounding for a man who embraced new technologies and opportunities.
Maybe Della preferred it.
You're right. We often forget how much influence our loved ones have on our choices, even seemingly small ones, like what name we go by.
Right.
It's entirely possible that Della found Austin more endearing or charming.
Yeah.
And he adopted it to please her. After all, we know they had a deep and loving partnership.
It's a reminder that history is full of these personal touches, these unspoken stories and motivations that we can only speculate about.
For sure.
And sometimes those mysteries are what make the past so intriguing. They spark our curiosity and invite us to imagine the lives of those who came before us.
You said it. It's like we're piecing together a puzzle.
Yeah.
But some pieces might always be missing. And that's okay. It's the process of searching, exploring, and connecting the dots that truly enriches our understanding of the past.
I couldn't agree more. And I have to say, this deep dive into the life of Henry Austin Carringer has been a real revelation. We started with just a handful of documents, a genealogical sketch, some census records, a few newspaper clippings.
Yeah.
But through careful examination and thoughtful discussion, we've managed to paint a remarkably vivid portrait of this man and his times.
It's amazing what we can learn when we look beyond the surface, when we consider the historical context, the personal motivations, and the interconnectedness of events. We've seen how Austin's life was shaped by major historical forces like westward expansion, industrialization, and technological innovation.
Right.
But we've also seen how he, in turn, shaped his own destiny through his hard work, his adaptability, and his unwavering spirit.
It's been a journey of discovery filled with unexpected twists and turns.
It has.
We've encountered a carpenter who became an actor, a millwright who embraced aviation, a man who faced personal tragedy, yet found solace in love and community. And through it all, we've glimpsed the resilience, the ingenuity, and the unwavering spirit that defines the American experience.
Henry Austin Carringer's story is a testament to the power of the individual to make a difference, to leave a lasting mark on the world.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that history is made up of countless stories, like his stories of ordinary people who lived extraordinary lives.
And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Okay.
We've uncovered so much about Henry Austin Carringer, but there's always more to learn, more stories to tell.
Right.
History is an ongoing conversation, an invitation to keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep connecting with the past.
So the next time you come across an old document, a faded photograph, or a forgotten name, take a moment to pause to imagine the life behind it. You never know what fascinating discoveries await you.
That's a perfect note to end on. Thank you for joining us on the Deep Dive. We'll be back next week with another intriguing journey into the past. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those questions coming.